When I go away on these off-grid trips, you often get chatting to random people you meet at park-ups or just around. And people always look at the van and then see what I've done with the van for a family of 4. And people often ask me, did you not consider buying a pre-built camper van or motorhome rather than an empty van and building your own? And I always say, I did think about it. Not for too long, but I did think about it. A little bit. Over the many videos I've put out on this channel, I've probably explained that building a camper van for me and my family traveling has been a dream of mine for years. And Danielle can testify to this, that I've been talking about it for years. And I never did it because I realistically didn't think I had the time to do it. But in this video, I wanted to talk about exactly why I wanted to build a camper van for me and my family and not buy one. And it's got nothing to do with time. So I'm going to explain all that in this video today, but we're also going to be heading to a spot which I found online on the Isle of Wight where you can take some really nice pictures of cars, in particularly this old girl. So let's head out that way now and see what we can find. Right, I've just got to where I was going. I'm at a place called Culvers Beacon and Culvers Battery, where I've seen online a great spot to get some car, or in my case, van photography, some pictures of the van for the gram, you know, that's what I like to do. I'm just going to tick this reason off as why I've chose to build my camper van rather than buy one pre-done, is budget. Now, that's not the main reason, but budget. I can be in control of the budget a bit better. I can pick and choose where I want to spend money and where I realistically don't want to spend too much money. And the price of these pre-built camper vans, especially like the crafter versions and stuff like that, I'm sure they're warranted, but they are extortionate. I've seen some for sale secondhand for 50,000–60,000 pounds, and if you want a brand new one pre-built to your spec, you're looking at 90 to 100, even 100,000+ pounds. And I don't have that type of money just to blow on a camper van, and I wouldn't want to. Danielle always says to me, if I won the lottery tomorrow, would I go out and buy a pre-built camper van? And I would probably say no. And I would 100% say no, I wouldn't. I would buy a brand spanking new empty panel van of a crafter. Not that there's anything wrong with Vanessa here at the moment. And build it again, but money would be no object. I would do everything to the highest spec I could possibly do. Materials, items in there, tech, everything would be the highest spec, but I would still do it myself. So budget is the first reason. Take that off nice and quickly because everyone probably knows that it's cheaper to build than buy. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go for a little scout first to check that the spot that I've seen online is there and what everything is about. So let's go and have a look, and we'll talk more about why I'm self-building a camper van. So another reason why I am self-building rather than buying a camper van is the sense of achievement. I think that's probably quite a big one for me. Like, I used to be a carpenter back a long time ago, and I've always enjoyed building things with my hands, my office, things around the house, and now the camper van. It's something I really enjoy doing. It sort of like quiets my brain and again gives me a sense of achievement. I'm the type of person that likes to try and fix something and build something rather than replace it or buy, because in my head, whether this is right or wrong, if someone else can do it, why can't I? Does that make sense? So the sense of achievement I get from doing the little bits in the van, the electrics, the water, the plumbing, the cladding, the seats in, all that stuff, putting the windows in, that gives me joy. It makes me happy. So that's probably quite a big reason as why I've always wanted to build a camper van and why I've chose to build rather than buy, is the sense of achievement. But behind this camera, but behind you here, I can see what we've come here to see. So let's have a look. Here. So behind me is what's known as Culvers Battery. There's two of them, one here and one there. And from what I can gather, they were used during the war, 1 and 2, to defend Portsmouth, the Solent in general, and the Isle of Wight against enemy warships and potentially even planes. So they would have been kitted out with guns, heavy artillery guns, and firing probably out to sea during the war. That's a very basic history lesson because I'm no historian. This is just what I understand is what they did. I hope you can hear me all right because it's very windy. So here's one of them. I think the second one here, I think that's going to be the one for our car/van photography. So let's go and have a look. I wonder what this used to look like, kitted out with like guns and all sorts. So now I've seen the second one, I think the second one will probably be the best one for the car/van photography. This one's got a lot less of these metal knobbly thingies here. It's very windy, so I apologize. So I'm gonna park the van here. Before we do, I spot a little bench with a view. Sit here and talk more about why I'm self-building. Look at this view. You literally can't ask for a better day to sit here and watch the oil ships, the cruise ships, the rigs. There's even the ferry, which is probably coming from Spain, I believe, maybe, or France, potentially. Either going out or coming back. I think it's coming back. What an absolute peach of a view. Some sailboats there as well. Literally cannot complain. But anyway, before I run back to the van to get the van in place for a photo shoot, I want to talk about probably not the last reason, but probably the biggest reason I wanted to self-build our camper van is because all the layouts that you see that people sort of adopt, and I've used parts of that layout, doesn't suit us and doesn't suit my needs in terms of what I need and what I want for a camper van for me and the family. Now, if you're followers of the channel, you already know there's 4 of us, and you already know that we've actually got 3 beds in the van at the moment, with the double bed for me and Danielle, and then the two singlish small pod beds for the kids. Now, I've not seen anyone or another layout in pre-built vans that suit us like that. The pre-built layouts that you see in our size vans quite often suit 2 people. And if you want more, you need a longer van. So yeah, the pre-built layouts out there didn't suit. And I thought, well, can I do it? Can I do it? Can it be done? Can we have everything that we want in a van, in a medium wheelbase Volkswagen Crafter, for a family of 4,
Can it have enough seats so we can all travel? Beds, enough beds so we can all sleep, as well as keep it a garage. Now, I could have put 2 double beds or a bed on top and then 2 single beds underneath, but I'd have lost the garage, and I want the garage for all the bits that we'd like to take away with us. And can it have a kitchen? Can it have a toilet? Can it have a shower? Can it be comfortable for us to use and travel around in? Don't get me wrong, like, the space is tight, and when it's all finished, there's not going to be a lot of chill out space in there, but we're not the chill out type of people. As you know, we love off-grid. We love off-grid camping, and we love just being outdoors. That's what we do. We like being outdoors. So the van isn't a home. Well, it is, but it's not like a place for us to sit inside and play board games. We want to be outside, whatever the weather. There's no, as Danielle likes to say, there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing. So pre-built layouts don't suit our needs. Let's go and get the van so we can get some of these pictures done while we've still got the sun and it looks amazing, and hopefully we get some banging shots. So let's go.
And finally, I would say I wanted a medium wheelbase van. Now, you could argue that you could get pre-built medium wheelbase vans, but again, going back to the point about the layouts, not many people do medium wheelbase vans for more than 2 people. So there's a problem, and I needed a medium wheelbase van because, as you know, this is my daily vehicle as well. This is the vehicle I use for work. That's why I'm here on the Isle. I need to be able to sling it in car parks like Tesco's, Asda, every now and again. I need to be able to maneuver city streets when I'm dropping kids off and stuff like that. So the medium wheelbase was a high aspect as well. So because I'm fixed for time, I don't want to take up this space too much. I'm going to go and take some photos of the van and come back and then move the van, and then I'll finish this video.
Shots done. Even got the drone up, which they looked good, didn't they? Let's get the van back to the car park around the corner, and let's relax and enjoy the view and close the video out.
Hello there. Whoosh. Another cracking view. So yeah, I hope that makes sense as to why I chose to build, not buy a camper van. Just what I've not actually explained the reasoning as to why I wanted to build a camper van. But obviously it really all boils down to, and those are some of the reasons why, but I suppose it all really boils down to is we want a camper van and we want to go on adventures, and that is what we do. And this is how we go about getting that life. So yeah, hope that makes sense. Obviously there's no right or wrong. I'm not saying you should build instead of buying, because everyone's got their own thing. You might have 0 time. You might have loads of money and can afford to do it and just do it like that. You might have 0 time to build. You might have no idea to build. Bear in mind, I have no idea what I'm doing either. I'm just making it up as I go along. There's no right or wrong whether you build or buy. Just do it. Get out there and do it, because you only live once. Ugh, cliche, but you do. You really only live once. And we've not even scratched the surface on this country, let alone others. So let me know. If you're following and you've got a camper van, what did you decide to do? Did you decide to build or did you decide to buy? I'm interested to find out what the census, is that the right word? I don't think it is. What the verdict is from the viewership. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week, and I love you, bye. I'm going to enjoy this view. Actually, no, I'm going to make a sandwich. I'm going to download some of the photos. Then I'm going to enjoy this view.